Okie dokie, boys and girls. So, when negative things happen, you can turn it into a positive with the power of your mind. And don't worry, nothing too bad happened. I just got a bad night of sleep. But whenever something like that happens, when the conditions aren't perfect, that's when you can, use your mind, right? Use it as a motivation, as fuel. Because whatever workout you have planned for the day, in my case, it's going to be front lever pull-ups. It's going to be harder when things aren't going as you planned, right? It's going to be harder when you don't have enough sleep. But you can take the disadvantage and use it to fuel yourself. Use it as pre-workout, you know? Switch it around. It's a mindset. Think to yourself, like, even though this fucking bad thing happened, I'm just still gonna give it my all and beat the shit out of this workout, Complete it to the best of my ability. And when you're able to do that, right? Of course, in the long term, you need rest, you need whatever. But on these one-off occasions, right, every now and then, you can just use your fucking negativity and use it as rocket fuel to go harder in your workout and just be fucking hyped about it. Because if I do my 5-set pull-up workout today and it goes better than last time, well, yeah, that's nice, I guess. But if I do my 5-set workout, right, and it goes better than the last time, even though the conditions weren't ideal, even though the conditions were worse, that's just fucking awesome. I'm excited about that. So use that excitement as pre-workout and smash your fucking workout, guys, no matter what happens. So today, let's go. I'm gonna do a quick warm-up set here and then explain what's going on. All right, so I'm doing front lever pull-ups, just basically the same amount of sets, the same amount of reps as last time. The only thing that's going to change is the amount of difficulty. So last time I got 8 pull-ups to touch in kind of bad form. I want to improve that form. I got 5 pull-ups to touch. Maybe I can make it 6. Maybe I can get some more wide pull-ups, right? Just try to do better than last time. Basically, to do more difficulty than last time. That's the first goal. And then also, what I'm gonna try and do in the last few sets is a bit of supersets with presses, to get some more endurance. But first of all, let's do a couple sets, just straight pull-ups, more difficult than last time. That's a good set. Oh, that feels fantastic in the back. Guys, frontlever is amazing. It's been a while, so I think I'm allowed to yap about how fantastic the frontlever really is. I mean, you do pull-ups and you hold it at the top and just everything in your upper mid back is screaming. And then what I'm about to do now is, of course, some pull-ups, but I'm about to superset it with some holds and presses as well. And when you hold and you press the frontlever, there's just a constant tension on your lats, and then those start screaming, all of these muscles here, not here, in the middle, but more on the outside. But of course, there is still tension in your upper back as well, because you're doing the whole retraction stuff. So every muscle in your back is just screaming for help. But, you're helping your back by just destroying it with the fucking front lever. So, yeah, like I mentioned, some sets of pull-ups and presses supersetted. I might add some weight, I don't know. But this will just, build the basic power, build the endurance, which I lost during my trip in Japan. And because I'm building that base, once I recover, I'll be able to grow more quickly in the front lever pull-ups as well. So it's gonna be very nice. Let's go. Holy shit. Oh boy. You put 2 kilos on your feet, and every feeling I just described in the front lever, it's multiplied by 2 as well. Holy fucking shit. Let's do a wrist pause. Okay, when you're doing pull-ups in such a dirty manner as I am right now, using momentum and so on, there is less focus on the front lever touch. So I'm gonna do 1 or 2 more sets where I just hold the front lever touch before moving on to the holds and presses, Improvise, adapt, overcome. You can plan out your training, but when it comes to, today, I didn't feel very great. And turns out that made me more hyped than I usually was. So I turned to fucking horse cooking, to just, swinging all over the place. The pull-up technique is not good. And that results in a lack of touch, the top position, a lack of touch practice. So I just have to improvise a little bit, You like something? Well, what can you do to make up for it? The answer is a couple sets. Whatever you are lacking in your training, the answer will probably be different, but it's okay to not have a perfect plan, You just adjust along the way, on the way to your goal, and you'll get there in the end. Whew. A few shit days won't ruin your training career. Oh. Holy shit. Whew. Oh yeah, I feel that. All right. Okie dokie, so pump the shit. I think it's been a while since I did a back pose. But yeah, I think I will be satisfied if I rewatch this. Anyway, 2 lessons learned today. Well, first of all, Linkin Park makes everything better, especially your training. They helped me through those difficult sets today. And oh boy, did I have fun. And then second of all, you can always, no matter what situation, do your best, Your best, that's different each day, Some days it's gonna be worse than other days, right? Some days you might be doing pull-ups and your max is 5. Other days, you might be in very good condition and do 10 pull-ups, right? But in each of those days, you have a best effort that you can put out. And today I might not have felt the best. If I felt better, I might have been able to perform better, right? In a different universe, today's workout might have been better, quote unquote. That's just performance-wise, not mentality-wise, because first of all, today's mentality couldn't have been better. I stayed positive throughout negative things. I took the negative things and turned it into a positive. And I also could have done way worse, I could have thought like, oh shit, I didn't get a lot of sleep tonight, I'm tired from work. Let's just skip today, right? I could have done nothing at all and there would be no one to judge me, right? Oh, I could just tell you guys like, oh, I missed making the video, but whatever, I did train, I could be lying to myself, right? But I train anyway, right? And if you're training, right, you have some bad stuff happen to you, you're not feeling the best, but then you train anyway and you try your best, you give it your all, there's only going to come positive things out of it. And it's 1,000,000 times better than doing nothing at all, right? It might even be better than just always feeling your best shape, because you can only appreciate, your best shape, yourself feeling the best, if you feel bad sometimes. There is no good without a bad. That's just, there is no rich without poor. There is no tired without energized, right? You have contraries of each of those words. Because otherwise, if you only have one of them, it doesn't hold meaning. What meaning does good have if you don't have bad? But anyway, that's it for today's workout. Very happy with how it went. Only like 40 minutes, but still a good workout. Tomorrow's gonna be a leg day. And that's it. I'll see you then.